I think we're all happy in this room. This is a happy
This is a room of love.
This is a room of love. Christian, how the hell are you doing?
Lovely, lovely. Yeah, this is. I'm very excited to be here in Toronto. Very excited to be a part of this movie, to have worked with these people. It's all good.
Now, when you were first given a look at this script, was there a voice in the back of your head that went off, wait a minute, I don't see how we're ever going to be able to put that on the screen?
There was, you know what? When I read the script, it was such a page turner. I mean, first of all, to get an actor to read a script isn't easy to begin with. So this was just such a page turner. And when you get through something and just like that, you know, you just know. I don't know. There was a real connection for me. I don't know what this was. This was like a higher calling to do this movie. I don't know why or where it came from, but it presented itself, and I had to jump on board.
Now, a major part of your performance is a very malicious, very sharp-edged parody of the sort of self-help, self-actualization gurus. I'm wondering if that was a particularly delicious part of the script for you?
Yes, yeah. Well, that really did come out of, there was one particular line in the movie that Moore has to me when he really does identify and address the fact that that's sort of been something my character has been motivated by. And when I read the script, I mean, I laughed out loud at that line. I thought that was the funniest line, you know, it just killed me. So I then set out to get some of those things because I figured there would just be such a wealth of information there that I could pick from. And so in a way, I did more research on this movie than I've ever done for any character I've ever played before. I mean, there was just so much stuff there. It was great.
So are we going to be seeing the Christian Slater's I Can Do It, You Can Do It self-help tape?
You might. I don't know. You could be like my Fran Tarkenton or something. Do our little interviews.
What was the most challenging day on the set? What was the day that gave you queasiness the night before? It's like, boy, I hope we can pull this off tomorrow.
Well, probably the most challenging thing, it wasn't necessarily from me, but from the girl, you know, the girl that actually all this terrible stuff happens to. You know, she, you know, because there she is. She's a very brave girl, you know, here we are, 5 guys, and she's lying there on the bathroom floor, and there was all that sticky, you know, blood and syrupy stuff, and, you know, that stuff attracts flies. You know, so she'd have to lie there still, you know, and all these flies would be buzzing around, and my heart went out for her. I don't know how she managed to make it through that.
Now, the way the film is structured, it is sort of it's sort of grounded in a recognizable reality, and just sort of ratchets up.
Yes, new levels, new height.
Did you get to shoot in sequence, by the way?
No, I mean, certain sections, like the hotel room stuff, you know, we shot all that in some kind of sequence, you know. So, yeah, there were sections of it that we were able to really get a good flow to. And some of these scenes, that, you know, they were like 8 minutes long to shoot. And Peter let us go through the entire scenes, which was great. You know, it really gave us an opportunity to sink our teeth into it, and it was very much at times felt like a stage performance.
But there was never a morning where you woke up and you went, okay, now just how far gone am I today? Do I have to go back to being not so far gone? Or
Well, because, you know, this movie was so outrageous and so crazy, I had to make a real conscious effort to make a real clear distinction between, you know, who I am and who this character is. And for me, that was really important. Just to not, I didn't want to mess those lines up at all. I mean, this guy was very dark, you know, I mean, he uses all this self-help stuff in such a negative, insane way. You know, I was trying to incorporate it into my life, and in a way on the set in a much more positive way. You know, I made sure that my area, you know, my trailer on the set, you know, I had a sign on my door that said no negativity. Because we were dealing with such insane stuff, I didn't want to get sucked down into that.
Very good job. Very funny movie. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Oddly